I watched Fox Footy. I saw the kick. Who won that in the end?
Brycelet Gibbs.
Oh, the Brycelet.
It came
With his
from
first
nowhere.
kick?
No, his first kick went 69. His second 72. So it was no fluke.
Jeez.
But we all thought big Tex Walker. I think him and Bernard Vince might have went to the Moonee Valley races and probably wasn't in the greatest state, Tex and Bernie, this
It
morning.
wasn't worth a pinch.
No, they were pretty wobbly. Where is Brian, by the way? Is it lack of band time for BT?
It will be. He'll wander in soon. I did watch it, though, Duck. They're doing a very good job, the boys, of the kick-off across the Yarra, but fair dinkum. Chief, I don't think it's eating anymore. I think he must have wind.
No, he has. Oh, serious.
He is as fat as a house. Here he is, Brian.
About me?
No, talking about Chief Dunstall. Seriously,
Well, he
on
hates
Fox
people.
Footy, he is. It's not about food. He's got wind. That's worked its way through his whole brain.
It's either before he gets out of bed, he sits on a gas pipe for 20 minutes, or he's been stung by 1,000 bees. Because the button on the shirt today, if it had come off BT, he would have blinded someone. He's got to learn to say no at the dinner table, Chief. I'm not sure what's wrong with him.
Let's face it, he just hates humans.
Well, he does, Brian.
He doesn't like any of the people here.
No, and his head's imploded into his body. He's just a brick with eyes. He's a big... as we know, he's the only guy I know that can roll up a pizza like a souvlaki and scoff it within 2 chomps, the Chief. He
snorts it.
What are you up to, Brian? You've had a busy morning.
Lacquer bands, Brian?
Yeah, we've been going around the place doing a lot of charity stuff.
Have you? Yes.
How many lacquer bands, Brian, this
Shut
week?
up, Spud. Just get on with it.
Brian, was it last year you lost the case that was full of all the nice stuff you get? Was it last year you lost the case?
Yeah, he did. It was last year.
It's
A couple
very
of years
nervous.
ago, it was a frantic time. Damon.
I've never seen you like it.
And we said this morning, BT, at one of your functions, that I can't remember everyone being so excited about a grand final. I can't wait. In actual fact, this is boring me. I just want to get to the ground and get
nice,
it.
Oh, sorry.
Those people here are feeling good about themselves.
Sorry for ladies and
Duck's just
gentlemen.
gone, you're boring. And, may as well go. And he's the only one that's got anything to say because he's the king. It's King Kerry. Like, we don't give a stuff, Duck, about
Come
you.
on, Duck. You're turning into Chief. You know Chief doesn't like humans, full stop, but come on.
Bristle, you know that Spud knocked himself out walking in here. Yep.
Opened
his head up, walked into the screen.
It's 6 foot. And I was talking to Chua, who, as we know, is a little man. So I'm looking down at Chua. He's walked under without ducking, obviously. And I've...
Wouldn't have thought it would have been that unusual for you, Spud, a bloke born in Bungaree on the side of a volcano. Only 3 houses in Bungaree, 100 metres apart. Magwan's in one, Frawley's in the other. The one in the middle was empty. You somehow got birthed in there with these families convivially coming together at various times, and as a result of that,
Are you suggesting there's a bit of inbreeding, Brian?
I'm suggesting there's a fair bit of Tassie in.
not at all. I went down for the 9 camp, Brian. I got to 9, the first aid. He did an outstanding job. It took 4 of them to stop the bleeding. It was a bit of a worry, but we'll push on.
The mail we've got is you went down in a similar fashion to when you first played against Brian.
Yes.
When he kicked 7 on you and you cried.
Crying.
I did cry like a bitch.
Someone else told me they played on you not long after you cried on me.
That was the first and only time, Brian.
And you cried on them.
No,
as well.
that's crap.
I'm beginning to think you're a cry baby.
No. I was all right. I was all right today till the blood come out. I remember Alan Sidebottom cop one from big Mark Lee at Richmond, Brian, and he sort of got one about 5 minutes later. We got the camera on Alan Sidebottom, and he sort of grabbed his eye, and there's a bit of blood leaking from it. He then fainted. He then went out. Because the blood started to leak, so big sidey wasn't the best. That didn't go down too well, did it?
Soft. Went to Dennis Cometti's night. Duck and I went to his little boardroom, 20 people, farewell dinner. Duck, it was fantastic, wasn't it? Intimate. He got the people that he wanted there, because that's why Duck and I were there.
Yes, good.
And it was an intimate little affair.
It was an honour to be there, really.
Yeah, it was.
I was a little bit embarrassed to be invited, to be fair, but it was.
I thought you were too.
Yeah. But it was great, and like you said, all the important people, what we considered important.
So Ross Stevenson, who's a great radio star in Melbourne, he spoke about Dennis, and then it went around the table, and everyone had their little 1 minute, thing to say about Dennis.
By the way, did you know that was happening? I was sort of quite surprised that all of a sudden it was like, Doug, have you got something to say?
Well, I organised.
Did you? Yeah, okay. Well, thanks, thanks for the warning.
So that was great. But Dennis is going to go back to Perth, and I wouldn't be surprised if we hear him again, especially on the radio.
Oh, he'll do Triple M footy because we're out of Perth, obviously, so he'll be doing that. He is a great man, Dennis Cometti. Not only an incredible broadcaster, but a very, very good human being.
Yeah, he's been an icon. I've loved working with him. Does it mean, Brian, that he's handing the baton over to you, Bristol? You sort of...
I don't know.
I know the way
what is going on there,
you sort of, actually, that's a good point you bring
bristling
up.
in there, Brian?
You reckon Tim Warner and, other sort of...
Lewis Martin.
Executives were there.
Kerry Stokes.
Was he doing some work?
You reckon Brian didn't have the knives out for Darce?
Saul Stein.
Bullshit. Basil Zempel was there.
What about Hamish?
BT's just throwing one-liners in like, Basil. Well, he's just going...
Hamish McLaughlin?
Basil's nose got in the way of all conversation.
He said, Basil's just too similar.
Oh, no.
Dennis, so we need someone different.
No, I'm calling with you guys next year on Triple M football, so that's going to be absolutely fantastic.
On Friday nights?
Yeah.
On Friday nights?
Probably.
Beautiful.
No, BT, how many hours have you put into this project to get Dennis's job?
Yeah.
How many hours?
It's been a long campaign, Brian.
It's been 18 months in the making.
Anzac Day.
The blue chip arrangement on Friday night on 7, I don't think it's for me.
Bristol's taking himself out of the race.
I think I'm happy with
bro.
Saturday afternoons.
But if you remember rightly, it was BT when Bruce went away for the Olympics. It was at that time that BT knew he had Friday night, and that's when he put the rinse through the hair.
That's right.
And
that was the nugget.
He got the mo sort of shaped up a little bit more.
El Pablo,
it was all about Friday night footy.
El Pablo, like it was, Brian.
Pablo.
What's his name?
This is coming from a man in Wayne Carey that always has his top two buttons undone. And what is it? Why haven't you worn a white crispy shirt today?
Because I thought I'd go with the Bulldog sort of... I'll just put a bit of a red tag here later. And I was a South Melbourne supporter as a kid, though, but I think I'm wanting the Bullies to get up, BT.
Yeah, we're all wanting the Bullies to get up.